Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your extended. This is Monday, and if you haven't seen yesterday's reading, I would go see it first. Beautiful messages for the weeks talking about integrating everything that you've learned. We're going to take a deeper dive into that. So the first cards is usually you, what the energy is going to be like for you, and it's forget. This one says forget it, and as you see, the I is missing. So the I is missing, right? Forget the I, which is the ego, and then you have the Lovers, which is not about the I. It's about, you know, the two becoming the one. In other words, what I was getting from that is getting the energy of bringing things in, and I'm gonna bring you in closer, okay? We're going to do a close-up today because I'm going to try and do a 3-card every time. I'm just going to place them one on top of the other. Sorry for the shaky. So, yeah, it's looking past the I, the ego, and looking into something more. But it's more than just the ego. It's getting past the physical, past the stuff that you see, you know, like a pen. This is something you can see, a physical thing, a material thing. We're talking about energies, we're talking about heart, we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about all the things that make up who you are. I think we have been working a lot on that, especially if you've been with me. I'm sure you have. You've been looking at, you know, all the different aspects and seeing what you could find. So let's get some clarification on that. I'm just going to pick a card from the Light Seers Tarot to give a little more. They wanted to come out, but they're kind of just hankering. Yeah, this is what I feel. It's getting clarity on that, right? It's being very clear that you're more than the sum of your parts. Absolutely, that's going to come in again. You got the robot card, more than just robot parts. You are more. You are just more. And you're finally shining the light on that. You're growing personally, and that's at a very personal level. That's not just a physical level, it's a very intense, beautiful level. You are growing, and it's exquisite to feel, and it's exquisite to know. Okay, I love this word, exquisite. So your block for this week, we're going to look at that. It is, who am I? I love the I coming up again. It was so much fun. And you have the 5 of Wands. I'm going to pick another card here. I think I might do it this way for now. I think that's nice. You guys get to see the cards. Yeah. What do you think? I think it's great, right? Okay, so you have the Queen of Wands. Who am I? Yeah, your energy. Okay, you're something outside of yourself. You see it here. She's holding it outside of herself. It's more than just her. It's her ideals. And but what I think you're afraid of is that you're... The block is overcoming that reflection in the mirror. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You look in the mirror and you say, who am I? And who are you looking at? You're looking at the physical representation of who you are. That's why you don't see anything here, because honestly, it's not there. It's empty. There's nothing there, okay? No matter what you're looking at, there's much more than just that physical representation. When you talk to the physical body, you're not talking to all of you. What you really need to do is get past that. I think that's the thing that they're trying to bring in. Get past that. Now, I'm going to tell you, you will always have a physical body while you are here. This is your path. This is the way. It's an integral part of who you are. The way you dress, the way you smile, the way you place your hair, the perfume you wear or don't wear. You are yourself. You are you. You have this body. This is your tool. Just like your brain, just like your house, just like everything that's around you. It's all tools. All tools for you to utilize. We spend the first part of our life trying to take grasp of the environment around us and who we are by what we see in the mirror. And we spend, I think, the last part of our lives trying to integrate the rest of us, okay? Our souls, what we call our souls, our energy field, our heart, our intuition, our gut feeling, everything that makes us who we are. We have so many different parts and moving parts, and some parts, they're invisible parts. In other words, naked or invisible to the eye. To the eye, the physical eye, they're invisible. But to our energy field, they are everything. So I feel that this energy field, you feel that, okay? This is what you need to understand, that you will always see it, okay, with other parts of yourself. You will always see it with other parts of yourself, okay? Very clear. And that's what the Five of Wands, the block is being afraid of not being able to completely or hold on to the changes that you've been developing, falling back into that same old thing of just looking in the mirror and looking at the physical body and going, who am I? You understand? I hope so. Okay, so at your ground, you have, it is not what you do that counts, it's where your head's at. And then we had the Tower. The Tower really, yeah. The Tower is, yeah. If your head's not at the right place, you're definitely going to be creating towers for yourself. You're going to create chaos and crisis, absolutely. Okay? And I feel the Eight of Cups is saying that's what you need to leave behind. That's what you need to leave behind. The head is the #1 culprit, okay? If you can ground yourself in the moment, because this is about grounding, if you can ground yourself in the moment and take control of the head and its meanderings into the, you know, imaginary, scary stuff that might be out there to take your life or take your ideas or take your energy, you name it. Your head will take about just everything. Okay, it will take your peace of mind, #1. And you know what? That's the worst part. I still remember they stress kills more than anything else. I still remember saying that stress is the #1 killer. And you know what? It is. It's going to kill the ride. I'm going to tell you that. Because you don't have this body. And if you stress this body too much, you're going to kill the journey that you're on here. You're going to kill the ride. And it's not that you don't continue on, but if you're enjoying this ride, why would you kill it prematurely? You know, why would you cause all that grief and stuff prematurely? Why wouldn't you help yourself out, you know, to make it a little longer, a little happier, living more in the now, all of that. So, it's asking you right now. It's not what you do that counts. It's where your head's at, right? How do you see what you're doing? Do you see it as always, oh, I've got to chase that carrot? Or are you taking everything that you do in stride and go, this is great? I still struggle with that one because I come here and I have a very strong sense of routine and expect a lot of myself. So I, you know, come in and go, okay, I gotta do that, I gotta do, instead of just letting it just flow naturally. Keeping that, you know, to-do list kind of floating, you know, loosely in the background. I like to hang on to it for dear life and have so many things I need to do in a day. And a lot of this is imaginary because mostly my kids are grown. Mostly I'm at home and I work from home. So I, you know, I could be the biggest slacker on the planet if I wanted to. But I have this inherent need to get things done. And that list kind of stresses me out. And for no good reason. So, no good reason. Gotta let that go. Because it's just not helping me. It's not helping me. While I'm spending my time stressing about that little petty crap that really is unimportant, because I know I'm going to get things done, then I lose time where I could be doing other things. Right? In between. Going, oh, I could do this and I could do that. I could have less self-doubt. I could be spending time with other people. I could be networking in different ways. You know, like I could just keep myself busy doing things, trusting myself to know that I'm enjoying my life and I'm working towards progressing. Everything I do is in a positive vein. I'm not just goofing off. I'm not a loafer. I'm a doer. So, trust yourself, especially if you're a doer. Trust yourself that you're going to be doing things for your greatest benefit, for your well-being, okay? Moving on, we have the Crown. I love that. Tee-hee. And Embodiment of Cups. It's laughter and calm. Those two would be great calm and great joy. So I like that. I feel instead of letting your mind take over and send you down the garden path of, you know, possible things. Yeah, bring it back into balance. You have the Temperance card. Bring it back into a calm sense of joy, happiness. Be easy to smile. Be easy to joke, to laugh at what somebody says, to smile at somebody, to, I don't know, envelop it in joy and happiness rather than gloom and doom, okay? There's enough doom and gloom in the world for everybody, okay? Even right now, as I do this, I'm sitting under the impending tornado warning outside my window. Okay, I have 2 children who are home today, who are looking out the windows, and we're good. Okay, so I'm sure they'll give me a shout if they see any kind of funnel. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. So next up, we go before and after. I have a mosquito in here. I'm more concerned about him than... Do wacky do, and you have the embodiment of Pentacles. So, the stuff, do wacky do, the funny and weird stuff that you've done in the past, in the last little while, let's just call it, okay? Like, you know, going into the different barrels to find things, right? I can't even do it, but you know, it's like looking for something, putting 2 unlikely things together to make something new. So that's a wacky thing to do. And that's what this would be, right? Right. And that's exactly what this is saying. Okay? You're adapting, you're changing things up. And you, by doing that in the short-term past, okay? Or even the long-term past, could be since the beginning of the year, could be since last year, could be since the beginning of the pandemic, okay? What you have been actually working on is expanding your horizons to see things in a different way. Look, staring at things upside down and all of this. Yes, you're getting a new perspective. Do wacky do could be like the Hangman. And it's offered you some new resources. Things you wouldn't have thought of. I wouldn't have thought of using that. You know, I wouldn't have thought of using that. It's they're telling me something. It's like back in the day when you don't have a scraper, take one of your credit cards and scrape your windshield. I don't suggest you do that now because they have chips and you could probably ruin them. But way back when, you know, way back when we used to walk to school uphill both ways, back in my day, you know, they used to tell you, you don't have a scraper for your windows, use a credit card and it will help you get. It's that kind of thing, right? You suddenly get options from things you hadn't thought of. Hey, I didn't think of that. You know, just like spraying citric acid, which is lemon, could also help with that, right? Things that you wouldn't have thought of, like I'm going to put lemon juice in a bottle and get rid of ice. Yes, apparently you can. Okay, so it's just that kind of thing, right? You're just walking around and you're getting now all kinds of hits because you are letting in these different ideas. And this is, well, more options. More ideas means more options. More options means the greater chance to success in anything that you do. Okay? All right, so what's coming up? You have, there's that robot. Okay? Robot. That's it. And then you have the 5 of Cups. A few 5s came in this reading. 5s are cards of lessons. They're really hard-working cards, okay? Because they make you work for it. That's absolutely right. And, yeah, this is about being more than the sum of your parts. More than your failures. More than the inability to do anything because it's raining outside. Or tornadoing outside. I'm not laughing. It's a very dangerous and real thing. But it's actually past us, so don't worry about it, okay? I was stuck in a Derecho a couple years back, and yeah, that could have traumatized me for the rest of my life if I hadn't just calmed myself down about it. So it's reconnecting to options, what's coming in, okay? I feel that usually in the Five of Cups, you have 3 cups down and 2 cups up, and there's a 3 here. And that's exactly what I say. You're more than the sum of your parts, and you're more than the sum of your failures, is what I said. And those failures can also be used as a stepping stone to success. And you know, failures, there is no such thing. I really, if I had a wish for you, Pisces, would to get rid of that word, failure. I have to keep saying it because people keep thinking it, but it isn't. There is no failures. There's just trying things out and then learning how to do it in a way that's going to give you the results you want. That's about it. Okay? When it doesn't happen, sometimes you've learned something really awesome. So just keep doing. Knowing you're more than the sum of the parts. Understanding that you can use the stuff that didn't work out to your greatest advantage. Okay, so how do people see you? There's speed, and then there's the Eight of Wands, the card for speed. Literally, you have a roadway, and it looks like speeding. You're speeding into the cosmos. You're speeding on the roadway. You're picking up speed in your life, okay? And that's what people see. They say, wow, this person is moving at top speed, in leaps and bounds. It's amazing. It's amazing. Very, very good, right? Look at that. Yeah, hooked on your star, and you're renewing, you're boundless, you're optimistic for a fresh start. You've tied your string to the star you want, to the thing that you want, right? Every time I see that, it's like, I've picked my star, and now I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to hang on to it, and I'm going to make my dreams come true. And I think that's what's coming true for people when they look at you. They look at you like, that person is got it together. They're you know, even if you're screwing it up, because I'm going to hear some of you going, some weeks I really don't feel, it doesn't matter. Even when you get back up and do it again, people are still seeing it's like that person gets back up and does it again. You'd think that person would stay down, but that person does not stay down. That person just gets up and says, "The hell with it," and I'm trying again, or I'm trying something different, or and you're noticed. You're noticed. You're noticed because people notice movement. Okay, people always will notice movement. Always. They'll either envy you, they'll have great regards for you, or they'll be very, very jealous of you. All of these are a possibility. But they definitely will notice, okay? So, what you see yourself, do it now. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a maze, which is getting through something. And when I look at this, I feel like you are very, not impatient. Yeah, maybe impatient. You really want to get to it. You really want to do it now. You want to get to the end of the, not the end of the road, you just want to get to it, right? You want to get to the point where you feel you got it. Do you understand? Whatever it is, whatever you got it, okay? You have the Page of Wands. Yeah, you're very, you're feeling very, some impulsivity, you know, like, and that is restlessness. It's the restlessness that I feel. You want to have fun, you want to play, but you want to be active, right? You're rushing in, you want to rush in where angels fear to tread. You want to get to it already. So maybe that's also why people see you as movement. You know, it's like, I've been working at this long enough, I want to get there already. That's what I'm feeling with this. So, but the maze is making it kind of impossible for you because you got to turn left. Oop, well, I didn't turn the right way. Now I got to turn right. Oops, now I got to, etc., right? Absolutely. Okay, so, let's see. Okay, I'm just checking. Yeah, okay, so, here we go. We have, is this your hopes and fears? Yeah, your hopes and fears, down home funk, and action of wands. What I felt with this is that you're afraid to take 3 steps back. You are afraid to go back to where you were. You're afraid to go back to that one-dimensional being. I won't even say two-dimensional. I feel like the one, you know, the physical being of I don't know, you know. I think that's your that's your fear. But you're kind of hoping that you're going to get through it, okay? That you're going to get past it. The thing is that you're afraid you're going to get stuck in the details of it and not move in fast enough. But the thing is you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow and steady knight. He kind of knows that sometimes it gets tedious to be on this journey. Sometimes you just really want to get there. But it's important to get it right. You don't, and it's not get it right, but get it to the point where you understand that you're not skipping steps. Because if you skip steps for yourself, you're just going to be brought back again to start over. And why would you ever want to do that? Especially if it's painful, hard, or etc., you know? So, the outcome. Pigs and fishes surround you, and then you have the Six of Wands. Let me take a look here. Yeah, there's still burdens that comes with this. I'm not going to leave you with the Ten of Wands. I don't want to leave you with the Ten of Wands. It's never my favorite card, and why would I ever do that, right? Yeah, so I'm going to tell you the lack of movement, the lack of speed, because the Chariot, you see, this one especially, you see the speed, you know, we're moving. The lack of movement makes you feel like you're burdened, okay? You want swiftness, but you feel a little bit more burdened down. You're going like, it's taking longer. It feels, you're walking, you're not riding. You understand? You're walking. You're not riding. This is what's happening, but this is the way you feel sometimes. So, what am I going to tell you? What am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you this. This is the most important part here. That's the most important message right here. It's not what you do that counts. It's where your head's at. Okay? Where is your head at? I can burn myself and say I need to do 5 videos for the end of the day and then get them done really quick. Will they be quality videos? Probably not. Probably not. Or I can sit here and decide in my head that I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to do the one video really, really well and not worry too much about the rest. Okay? Because knowing that I'm doing this video, I'm going to give you the best quality, the best thing. Okay? I'm still getting somewhere. I'm just not doing 5 of them, I'm doing 1. So it feels like, oh, I'm walking instead of like running. Running isn't always the best thing in the world, right? What has it gotten us with the pigs and the fishes? A world of running. I don't know. There's a lot of superficial crap. Okay? In my day it was supermodels and, you know, TV stars and, not TV stars, but actors. There's a lot of that today too. Okay? We think that the people who act maybe in an inspiring movie are that person when they're actors. Okay? Who you should be looking at is the script writers, the ones who created the piece. They have more of that spark in them than anybody else who put it on the screen. It is an ensemble, and in the end, all of it comes together to bring in a beautiful thing. But it isn't just one thing, okay? It isn't just one thing. You are more than one thing. You are many things. You have to understand You have to give room to the other stuff to come in. You can't be speeding through life. You can't be just change the cover and then become a sensation and not have it catch up to you at one point. You have to do the internal work. You have to do the whole thing. Okay? Everything that makes you, you have to work on it completely. That's the real message here. Keep working on it. Don't worry about how fast or how slow you're going. Just remind yourself that you're moving forward, that you are doing something, that you will be successful. Success is going to come to you, especially if you love what you do, especially if you're working on yourself. Even if it isn't the camera flashes that come in, okay? One day you will look in the mirror and you will see more than the sum of your parts. You will see more. Maybe one day you won't even need to look in the mirror to ask, who am I? You'll just say, I am whole. I am more than I. And you'll be able to walk in that. And when you do that, you got a really good chunk of it figured out. Okay? I'm sending you a lot of love and light, my beautiful Pisces. As always, it's a little bit of a reading, a little bit of a coaching session, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But know that I wish you the best. Know that I wish you empowerment, enlightenment, and knowing absolutely that I think you're that in a bag of chips. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.